Hi everybody! I thought today I would do a get ready with me video so I could catch up with you all on where I've been and what I've been up to, and yeah, that's pretty much it honestly. So let's get into it. So where have I been? I think the last YouTube video that I posted was right before I either found out I was moving to Hawaii, or yeah, because it was like the fall of 2023, I think, which is insane to say that it's been that long, but it has. I've been in Hawaii now for over a year. We moved here last year in May of 2024, and it's been really great. I love it here. It's so beautiful. Also, I'm gonna try my hardest to speak while I'm doing this. This is my first time actually doing this on camera. Ooh, I don't know if this is gonna work like this because I'm trying to do this with photo booth. I don't have a camera. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this on here. Because there's kind of a little bit of a lag. Yeah, so it's been really great. It's been also really great because we are finally just have access to so many things, like so many stores and like groups and meetup groups and stuff. Like I can go off base and like I can meet up with whoever I want and go to different classes and things. So we're not really limited by that anymore. And one of the absolute biggest things that I am excited about is that we have access to doctors out here. Other than the base or like the Japanese hospitals and clinics like out in town, like that was such a mess, especially since my situation was a little bit complicated. Wow, yeah, that's a look. Well, I feel like I'm doing something that like should never be done, which is to do your eyeliner like on camera. You know what, we're just gonna say that they're extremely distant cousins several times removed. Okay, moving on to the next stage. So we moved here and we are now like in a place where we're able to actually see doctors, and I even got like a specific healthcare plan that like lets me see whoever I want to see, like that's within network, that's not like a military doctor or something. So that's like really helped. So to give some context, in the winter of 2023, I ended up injuring my arm through, I don't know if it was through drawing or exercising, but it was basically like a repetitive strain injury. And it was very bad. I literally could not use my arm for like anything, so I obviously couldn't draw. I actually was doing some client work at the time, and it was like extremely stressful because I had to just power through feeling horrible. Like I couldn't even brush my hair, guys. Like it was that bad, and I would not recommend. Like it was the darkest time ever because I already was not like really happy in Japan. I honestly kind of hated it. I don't hate Japan, but where we were living, like it was not for me, and I'm glad that we had that experience, but I am so happy to be like back in the States. So essentially I was navigating this like horrible arm injury that like essentially like disabled me and made it so like I couldn't do like anything. Like I couldn't even like stir a pot. It was so bad. For several months I didn't really have access to like any doctors. Like they wouldn't give me a physical therapist because they just didn't have any, apparently. And yeah, so it was horrendous, and I was experiencing this alone. I didn't really have any artist friends or anything to talk to about this, so I was just so scared, like, that I wouldn't be able to draw again. So flash forward like a year later, and I'd say like it healed like, I don't know, 60%, but like if I ever went back to drawing or something, like it just immediately came back. Like it was so freaking frustrating. Like I'd have maybe like a week once in a blue moon that like it was almost near no pain, but like it just continuously came back. And like in 2024, I saw so many different physical therapists, and like into 2025, I saw like 4 different physical therapists like within network. It was horrible. And like every time they would just be like, oh, just like go on a foam roller and like just roll it out, or like you just need to, you know, take some rest. And I'm like, dude, I've been doing that for like nearly a year now. And it did end up being a year, like over a year. And I was just at my wit's end because I love drawing. Like it's my absolute passion. Like I want to get into animation. My husband like really encouraged me to like apply to go to art school. And so I am going to art school in the fall. I'm actually taking 2 classes this summer. I'm taking one right now. But it was just really frustrating. And I would like go to them, and after doing like those exercises and be like, you know, like I feel like this isn't really working, and they would just be like, interesting, and just give me the same stuff, or like the exercises that they would give me, I would like come back in and they would just have me repeat the exercises that I was doing at home. So I was like, what, this doesn't make any sense. Like I just felt like I was stuck. Like I felt so stuck for like the longest time. I even ended up doing like, I did like massages, I did acupuncture, oh my god, I did like everything. And I was like constantly like, you know, stretching my back, because the pain like it was in my like shoulder blade, like felt deep in my shoulder blade and in my elbow, kind of like tennis elbow, or like ulnar entrapment, like, and I'd have like literally like nerve zaps like into my fingers, and it was so painful, guys. Like I don't wish this on my worst enemy, especially since like I would do anything, and like in the moment maybe it wouldn't feel like it was painful, but then the next day like I just wouldn't be able to use like my arm like at all. Like, and it was so painful because it's like coming from my shoulder into my whole arm, that I would just have to essentially lay down like on my back and just keep my arm straight. Like I would just always have my arm straight. If I bent it anything past like 90 degrees, I would just be like in so much pain. Like, and it would just build and build and build, and then it would be like days until like the pain would calm down. I would just constantly be on Reddit and constantly be online looking up anything. Like I have so many weights, so many devices, so many things, because I was like, what do I do? Like I don't understand what to do. It was driving me nuts. Oh, it was horrible. Like it was honestly horrible. And like at the beginning of this year, 2025, like I was probably the most depressed I think I've ever been in my entire life. I was like, what do I even do? Like I can't even do anything. Like you need your arm, and it's my dominant arm, so I'm like, I can't write, I can't hold a book. Holding a book like at this angle would be painful. Like it was just nonstop, and I didn't know what to do. I had rested, I had exercised it. Anytime I would try to like put on weight to exercise, like I mean increase like hand weights and stuff, it would immediately flare up. So I was like, what gives here? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm only 30 years old, 31. I kind of was just like absolute rock bottom, and I started to do like research, and I'm not really sure how I came upon this person, but like I just was like, you know what, even if it's out of network, like I don't even care like if I have to pay out of pocket for this person, but like I need someone who is actually going to like look at my issues and like brainstorm like what to do, and who's super knowledgeable about like repetitive use injuries, because I'm not just someone who like has a flare up of like, you know, oh my elbow hurts. It's like, no, this is from my work, like from drawing from doing this thing that requires endurance. So I found someone who was a sport PT, and she, when I tell you, like, she has changed my whole life, I honestly don't even know where to begin. Like, at first, obviously it was extremely expensive, but so worth it. She has just, like, helped to, by, like, listening. Like, she really listens, and she knows her stuff. Like, she knows what she's talking about, and she has built me up, like, my strength from, like, literally not being able to do just about anything to I can just lift weights and stuff now. Like, I can actually do planks, and I feel stronger, and my arm, for the first time in several weeks, has been near zero pain. Obviously, if I overdo it, it starts to come back a little bit, but, like, there has been so much progress through working with her for a couple months that, like, I never got through anybody else. So I love her so much. Like, she has helped me so much, and she also focuses, like, on the full body and, like, your whole nervous system, and, like, understanding that everything is integrated, not just isolating one part of the body, which I honestly really respect. And, like, for me, that's so big because what I do requires, like, a certain posture and requires endurance, like I mentioned before. So it's just been really nice to have someone who's, like, feels like they're on my side and listening to what I have to say versus just kind of, like, treating me like I'm in some kind of, like, mill and just, you know, prescribing something without actually looking at my situation. So yeah, I'm really, really hopeful that, you know, the progress continues, and I'm back to drawing. You know, I was struggling a lot before mental health wise, and I'm sure that that contributed to my issues with my arm and overdoing it, and I'm, like, more cognizant of that now, which leads me into my next, I guess, point is, like, where am I going with that? So I am enrolled in a program at UH Manoa. And I'm gonna try to do, like, animation with that. So I'm really excited. I'm super, super excited. For the first time in a long time, I'm like, it's working. Like, you know, my arm is slowly healing. I am listening to my body more. I'm trying to be more disciplined and not drawing for a million hours straight, because that was not healthy to begin with. And trying to build a more healthy dynamic and relationship with my social media, because in the past, everyone knows, like, I've spoken about this on here before, but social media is kind of a mess now, and it's very much so, like, got pick-me vibes. And I mean, a huge part of it is that, like, you're trying to grab people's attention. Like, I'm not ignorant to that fact, but it's challenging because, like, naturally I need people to look at my art in order to grow my account, and also just for improvement. Like, in the past, like, it was the only way that I could gauge whether or not, like, my pieces were actually, like, speaking to people, and to also build, like, a sense of community with others, and now that's not the case. Like, everyone's, like, reach and engagement is, like, through the floor. Like, it's bottomed out. It's pretty bad. So I'm just learning to essentially not take that personally, and to, you know what, I'm just gonna post on there, and if no one sees it, then no one sees it. I think the point is that I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to build trust with myself and confidence in myself that it's okay if nobody sees it. Like, it's okay if nobody likes what I make, honestly. Like, I need to kind of build that confidence first to like what I make. And I also have said that in the past, but I really struggle with that because I feel like as artists, we just want, like, people to see our work and appreciate, like, the hard work that we put into something. Like, it's so much fun to share stuff, and especially to see if it resonates with other people. So when that doesn't happen and it falls short of your expectations, it's easy, super easy to like fall into the comparison trap of like, oh, well, this is the reason why like my art isn't good, because like look at all these beautiful artworks like that I can see in my feed. So it's just me trying to tell myself like that I have a lot of room to grow, but that just because people don't see my work does not mean that my art is bad, you know? Like, there is nuance here, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like black and white. So yeah, that's like what I wanted to say on that. And then like the last thing I want to say, because I'm like coming to an end, I really don't put on that much makeup. Okay, my camera died. The last thing I wanted to say is that I really want to get back into doing YouTube, because for the short time that I was doing those videos, I really enjoyed them. And I feel like it kind of targets like a specific kind of creativity that I'm interested in reigniting. And also, it's spooky season, and it's spooky season here in Hawaii, and I feel like I really want to capture that because one, it's very unique, and two, I just have always wanted to do that, and now it's like I'm here, this is my time, and I want to be able to share that with you guys. And so yeah, that's like kind of what I'm looking forward to doing. And sorry for the extremely long-winded explanation as to what's been going on. Sometimes I get into my head and think like, oh my gosh, people are gonna be like, what's going on? Like, you haven't posted in forever. I have just been going through it, like really going through it. The past couple of years have been extremely hard for me, and I feel like now I'm at a point where things are just better. Things are better overall, and I'm learning to take care of my mental health because I've always struggled with that personally. So just essentially prioritizing that and making sure that I'm okay before I share anything with everybody else, because that's been really important to me, and it's been really hard to be creative when I feel super zapped and I've been going through this injury. So fingers crossed, like I said, that things continue to improve and that my injury just heals, you know what I mean? There's still going to be like ebbs and flows of it. It's happened in the past. So they're getting shorter though now. So I just am going to continue to do my PT and continue to be consistent, because I need to consistently load my arm so that I am prepared for the fall, because I'm sure art school is going to require a lot of drawing, and I don't want to start that on a bad note. So anyways, for spooky stuff, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited about spooky season. And I mean, Hawaii doesn't really have that many options in terms of shopping. Like, we have TJ Maxx, and we have Ross, and we have, do we have a Marshalls? I think we have like a couple Marshalls, like not too many. We don't have Home Goods. We don't have Michael's. The fact that we don't have Home Goods is like a freaking travesty, honestly. It's so sad. But there's no Home Goods here, there's no Michael's. We do have Home Depot, and we do have Lowe's, and we have Costco. So, and we have a Costco membership. I really this year, well, I want to make this into a separate video because that's like a whole other thing. This was just like to get you, like, to get everyone up to speed as to what's been happening with me, and I really wanted to share that with anybody who's interested in listening, because it's just been a really crazy year and a half, 2 years. So I'm really excited about what's to come, and I want to share more of that with you all. So thank you so much if you watched all the way to the end of this video. And yeah, stay tuned because I'll be posting more spooky stuff as the season progresses, and share with you things that I have acquired because I am a spooky fiend. So yeah. Alright, okay, so that's gonna be the end of this video. If you liked what you saw here today, please do me a favor and like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!